Hi guys, so today I am filming my first impressions and a little tutorial using the new Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette and also the rest of the products that they just came out with. So I used the blush palette, a new liquid lipstick, and the Prism palette in my tutorial today. So that will be in just a minute or two. But first I just wanted to talk about how I feel about the products. Alright, so it's super hard for me to hold this up in the camera, but this is the new collection right here. There are 3 liquid lipsticks, 2 blush palettes, an eyeshadow palette, a new highlight palette, and then there's also a mini trio of liquid lipsticks. So first up, I will quickly talk about the 2 blush palettes. So they look like this on the inside. This one is the Gradient Kit, so it's a little bit of darker shades, more like contours and darker blushes for deeper skin tones. And then this one is the Radiant palette. So it's got lighter shades, obviously more suited to a lighter skin tone. So I used the Gradient Kit today. Even though it's a little dark for me, I just wanted to see how it would go. They are very pigmented, so be careful if you're light like me and you want to pick this one up. Use a very, very fluffy brush. I made the mistake of using a dense brush and, well, yeah, it applied a lot of product and it was very pigmented, which is good, but for my skin tone, I would need to slowly build this up and not all at once like I did today. So overall, I really like the Gradient Kit. And then this is the Radiant Kit, and I did not use this one yet on my face, but I have swatched it. So they're a little bit more shimmery, lighter, more radiant, obviously like the name suggests. And I'm really excited to use this. It's a pretty basic blush kit. I think if you're a beginner and you don't have many shades, then this one would be a good one to pick up because it's got like your basic pinks and peaches. Personally, I already own most of these shades in other Anastasia Beverly Hills products or just other products in general. So I probably, if I were a consumer, I probably wouldn't go for this one because it's not as unique to me, but it is going to suit lighter skin tones really nicely. Next is the Sugar Glow Kit. So this has 3 re-promoted shades and 1 new shade. So the 3 re-promotes are Marshmallow, Butterscotch, Starburst. So Starburst was from one of the first glow kits they came out with. I can't remember what it was called. Gleam, I think? No, I don't know. Marshmallow and Butterscotch were both from the Sweets Glow Kit. Then Gumdrop right here is a new shade, I believe. If I'm wrong, and then please correct me in the comments, but I'm pretty sure this is the one new shade in the palette. They apply really beautifully. This is like the classic formula. I think the 2 glow kits that have had a slightly different formula were the Ultimate Glow Kit and the Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit. Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit was better. It was more similar to these ones, but it just had a little bit more glitter in it. But this one is more of the original formula, which I personally like better. Very, very smooth, very pigmented, and just looks beautiful on the skin. So I am very excited about having a new one to play around with. And then of course, one of the most exciting pieces from this new collection is the Prism eyeshadow palette. Someone on Instagram did a comparison post between this and Subculture and it looked incredibly similar. I don't know if it was their lighting. I personally haven't like sat down and compared them yet, but I think a few of the shades are a little bit too similar in my opinion to have released them so close together. But whatever, people are gonna buy it regardless. I would buy this and Subculture. It's just got some really beautiful shades in it. Throne right here is stunning. I was going to use this today, but then I just started using the warm tones and I just didn't think it would fit with this eye look that I was doing today, but it's gotta be my favorite shade in the palette. It's like a green purple duochrome, like forest green shimmer color. It's beautiful. I'm happy that there is a black in the palette because it's just really nice. I did a smoky winged liner using the black, and I think a black in a palette is just a staple. And it's also got a lot of really nice transition shades. So it's got like Eden, Saturn, Lure, which is more of a cool tone transition shade. And then you've got lots of pops of color and shimmer as well. So this is a really beautiful palette. I will obviously be inserting swatches so you can see all of these colors in action, but I would definitely recommend you guys going and checking this out. when it gets to Sephora, I always recommend like just swatching it yourself before you actually buy it is always a good idea. So yeah, I really enjoyed the Prism eyeshadow palette. And then there are 3 new liquid lipsticks, and these are 3 nudes that are going to be exclusive to Sephora, Ulta, and I think Macy's. I'm not really too sure where Anastasia is carried in the States because I'm in Canada. These will only be, like, one will be available at Sephora, one will be available at Ulta, which is kind of annoying being in Canada, like as a consumer, because I would only be able to buy the one shade. I'm not sure which one it is. I'm not sure which one is the Sephora shade. I'll have those in the description bar below, but they are all really beautiful shades. And then there's this little trio of 3 mini liquid lipsticks. This is a full size compared to them, so it's not actually much smaller. They are a little bit smaller, but you're still getting a decent amount of product in here. I'm not gonna open this one up and swatch it because I think I'm going to do a giveaway just because I think I own at least one of the shades already. So I'm going to throw this in a giveaway, but this set comes with Dazed, Bittersweet, and Hudson. So yeah, a really cute trio. This would be nice for a gift for holiday season if you want to treat your friends or your family or yourself. So overall, I really like the collection. I think the eyeshadow palette is my favorite just because it's the most unique out of the whole thing, but they are all beautiful. Anastasia never disappoints with the collections they put out. Well, I mean, I guess Subculture was kind of a disappointment to some people, but I really liked it. I think they always put out really unique and high quality items, so definitely go check out this collection if you can and if you want to. So let's just jump right into the little tutorial. So I'm just starting by priming my eyes with some of my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, like I do pretty much every time. The first color I'm going to be using in my crease is Unity. And then just to try it out to see how it goes, I'm going to be taking the highlighter yellow shade from the palette. Alrighty, so then on a smaller blending brush, I'm going to be taking the color Saturn, which is this one right here, and I want the yellow to still show, so I'm going to be using the smaller brush so that I just deepen my crease with this color and kind of warm up the eye look a little bit. Then next I'm going to be using the color Obsidian, which is a beautiful black shade, and I'm going to be creating a smoky wing shape using this color. And I'm still using the small blending brush that I was using before, and this is a Morphe M506 brush. Alrighty, so now that that's done, I'm going to be using a little bit more Tarte Shape Tape to just cut a little bit of my lid and give a bit of a base for some shimmery eyeshadows that I want to add on to my lid. So then on the lid where I've just cut it with the concealer, I'm basically just going to be doing a gradient with 3 of the shimmery shades from the palette. So the first one on my inner corner is going to be Lucid. Then on the center of the lid, I'm going to use the shade Pyramid, and then the third shade I'm going to be using is Eternal. So I'm just packing those on with no Fix Plus on my brush, just dry to see how they apply. Pretty nice. And then just to define the wing that I created with the eyeshadow, I'm just going to be taking a little bit of black eyeliner and just drawing a wing. And then just one last time, I'm going to be smoking that out with a tiny bit of black eyeshadow again. So now we have a super smoky winged out eye. I'm going to go off camera and fix up my concealer because it's looking hella bad. And I'm also going to apply some false lashes and mascara, and I will be right back. For under the lash line, I'm going to be using the shade Eden, which is just another warm tone shade from the palette. Alrighty, so those are the eyes finished. They're a little more dramatic than I intended, but that's okay. Next, I'm going to be using the Gradient Blush Kit, and I'm also going to be using the new Glow Kit. So from the Gradient Kit, I'm going to be using this shade to try some contouring. My skin is definitely not the best right now, and contouring does not look good when my skin is this textured, but I do want to give this shade a try, so we're going to do it. That's actually really nice. And then for blush, I'm going to be using this shade right here. So I think I went in a little too heavy-handed with those products, but I'm over it. Moving along to the Glow Kit. I think I'm going to be using a mixture of the shades in here. I think I'm going to mix these two right here, which are Butterscotch and Starburst. This is the shade Roxanne, so I'm going to be using this on my lips today. Alrighty, so this is the completed look. I really hope you guys enjoyed seeing my mini review on the Anastasia Beverly Hills new collection, and you enjoyed seeing my little tutorial with the Prism palette. I will be doing more tutorials if I have time. I've got a lot of palettes that I have to do tutorials on, so just really depends if I have time, but I definitely will be using it more, at least for photos on my Instagram. So make sure you're following me at Beauty by Paisley on Instagram. I'll have it linked down below. But yeah, that's about it for me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and you have a great day. Bye.